everyone, and welcome to day 5 of Eat, Shrink and Be Merry in Lockdown. How are you all doing? I know it's tough, it's very stressful, but I really hope I'm helping you. I know you can't control what's going on out there, but what I'm trying to do is give you control of things, what you can do inside. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm very, very passionate about giving you reason to change, to make this lifestyle shift. As I say, it's not just for now, whilst we're in lockdown, it's beyond. So please get your family involved, your children involved. And this mindset shift is not going to happen overnight. As I say, these habits weren't put in place overnight. You've practiced them time and time again. So if it is too much information for this week, maybe take the weekend and go and relook at them and replay them and see what you can do to start rethinking. That's all. For your sanity, your stress levels, your weight, your health, everything. All right, okay. I know today I was going to talk about isolation indulgences, all things sweet snacks and desserts, but I think more of a priority right now is all things supplements. And I don't know about you, but when I went shopping, actually a couple of weeks ago now, they were all the supplements were off the shelves and even off online. It's absurd. So I really want to get real about supplements. Supplements or no supplements, and which ones are the best for your immune system. So that's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, I want to recap, obviously, fitness. What did you do yesterday? Did you look up some fitness classes online and maybe try something new? Did you rediscover that you actually do have some fitness equipment lying around somewhere? Or did you go online and you did manage to find some and order some? Or if you just wanted to go out for a walk or stretch, did you just start doing that? Or even just more on the still side, sitting and breathing, listening to the birds, just being still. Again, all wonderful for your stress right now. Okay, all right, let's kick into today. Do we need supplements? It's a very controversial topic, actually. You know, you could read till you're blue in the face. If you want to spend your lockdown time doing that, there's so much out there. But I really would just focus on some of the basics, and that's what I'm going to cover today. I am just going to read out 3 quotes, actually, which will hopefully start to put things in perspective for you. And the key thing here is don't panic. If you desperately thought you wanted some supplements and they're really going to help you stay immune to all of this and build up your antiviral properties in your body, not necessarily. So bear with me. I'm going to put hopefully shed some real light on this. So don't panic. If you don't have any in, it's fine. Let's focus again on what we can control. All right, these 3 quotes. One is from an American doctor, Dr. Cohen, very well renowned out there. He says, if you think a vitamin can replace a good night's sleep, a healthy diet or exercise, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Another one, and the Mayo Clinic, nutrients are more potent when they come from food compared to a pill. Food contains essential micronutrients, if I could say it, it'd be good, micronutrients, fiber and antioxidants that supplements lack. And The Guardian, actually this was on the NHS website itself, and The Guardian reported there, not only are vitamin and mineral supplements a waste of money, they can in some instances actually harm the body. And that is so true, and I'm going to touch on that today. So you might say, well, that's all very well, you know, it's real food, I'm running out of real food here, I've only got frozen, and what if we don't really cook from scratch? All fine. If you cook from scratch, fantastic, but you still might be lacking some nutrients, and I'll get to that. If you've got frozen, great. Might actually have more nutrients in it than your fresh food. Really. Okay, so what or if do we need to top up on anything? That is really the key thing. So I'm just going to give you the UK guidelines. USA, different thing, you need to look those up. But in UK, yes, they do recommend vitamin D in the autumn and winter for obvious reasons. We don't get enough sun, but also we don't go out in it. And as I say yesterday, you can even get vitamin D from the clouds, when you're out in the clouds, but we just don't go out in the winter, and also the days are shorter, so we stay inside. So because that is one of the main sources of vitamin D, we need to supplement that. And that will help you with your energy and everything as well. If you are pregnant, they do recommend folic acid, but that's something for you and your doctor. And with children, if you have children between sort of 6 months and 5 years, they do recommend A, C and D. But again, they are standard. Vitamin C in certain levels is known to shorten the duration of a cold. And if you want to Google even further, massive doses taken intravenously have been shown in Canada, for example, to cure cancer and really just kick any virus and anything out of your system. But they're massive doses, just giving you the spectrum here. All right, I'm going to go over what I take just because I like to be transparent and just show what am I doing and why. So I do actually take huge thing here of vitamin gummies because I really like them. I have a sweet tooth, but it's really just a multivitamin which just helps me fill in any gaps in a small dosages that I might be missing from my diet. Because as I say, you don't know, and I'm going to go over those reasons later. So I just feel better taking a multivitamin, and that's fine because it doesn't have a huge dose of anything extra. It's just small little top-ups, if you like. I do also take the vitamin D extra every day, just 10 milligrams. That's all you need, or 10 IU, whatever they call it. So yeah, standard supplement. I do in the autumn and winter also add on vitamin C. Again, just nice, makes a nice fizzy drink. So I like that, just 1,000 milligrams. Anything else will be washed away if my body doesn't need it, which is not the case with a lot of the vitamins. That's another reason you have to be careful. And echinacea, or echinacea, however you want to pronounce it, controversy over this, whether it makes a difference, whether it doesn't. And whether it doesn't, I feel better taking it. So it doesn't do me any harm in this quantity. So I just do that in the autumn and winter months. And I don't get a cold or flu. So just saying, whether it's all in my head, it works. I also do like to take, whether you call it turmeric or turmeric, because of the properties for your health are just fantastic. So Google that, have a look at it for yourself. Obviously you can add it into your cooking, just in a ground powder form, so that's good. As you know, I already take the apple cider vinegar. You can apply it to your skin for all sorts of health reasons and ailments, and take it internally. Just a tablespoon a day, it's great. So I would definitely do that. I did start taking this, I've laid off for a while, but olive leaf extract, if you Google that and read about that, for example, my parents have been taking this for the last 4 years and haven't had a cold, and they're now 85. So, you know, you can get this in tablet form too. Again, olive oil is, again, if you know the properties of olive oil, fantastic for you. So those are the things I take, but you really do have to be careful when you take your supplements. So I don't know if you did go out and buy lots and you're stocked up. Just warnings, the amounts that you take, because not all vitamins are equal and your body doesn't eliminate a lot of them, and so you will build up some harmful levels. Obviously there's different types out there, so different qualities and different potencies. So just be aware. Yeah, too much can be harmful. And the other key thing is, along with herbs and spices, which can be so healthy for you, a lot of them can interact badly with medicine. So if you're taking any medicines, you might just want to check. I was going to say with your doctor, might not be a good thing right now because they're inundated, but online, depends on what medications you're on. If you're worried, check with your doctor. But just know that as well. So the key thing to that with supplements, I would say, is don't rely on them for your health. Don't rely on them for a healthy diet. You can do a lot more with food. Do focus on the other pillars of your health, which are really going to boost your immune system, which are all the things I know everybody and myself keep talking about. You know, those 5 pillars: your sleep, hydration, movement, food, and mindset. Those are going to boost your immune system more than anything. So let's focus on those. And the other thing I'm going to touch on right now, or you can really work on with all those, because they all affect this, is alkaline versus acidic. So what am I talking about when I say this? Well, all the processed foods out there, all the dressings and sauces and the hidden sugars and fats in foods, the pollution we breathe, so many things make our internal system acidic. And it's when we're acidic that dis-ease breeds. Dis-ease? If you are pure alkaline, you cannot get cancer. And you're going to think, oh, that's a huge claim. Look it up. And so therefore, the less acidity in your stomach, the more alkaline you can get it, the less disease, the less ailments, the less disease you're going to get. So the key thing is to budge your internal gut, the health of your gut, to be more alkaline. And the way you do this, obviously you can't necessarily control the air you breathe, depends what country you live in or what climate you're in, but we can control what we do, what we put into our system, what we drink and what we eat. And the key thing here is, it's not necessarily what you see on your plate, it's what your body does with it when it digests it, when it mixes with your digestive enzymes. For example, I mentioned about putting lemon in your water. Are you doing that? If you put lemon in your water, lemon is not acidic. Once it gets digested, it turns into alkaline in your body. Apple cider vinegar, once it's digested, turns into alkaline. Not obvious things. What about a food? Rice. It's just basically turns into sugar in your gut, which is acidic. So if you just saw a plate of rice, you would probably eat it. But if you saw a plate of sugar, would you still eat it? Some of us would, and that's a problem. But that's what you're doing. If you eat a bowl of rice, you're putting a whole load of sugar in your system, into your gut, and it's acidic. So the key thing is, how can we budge our gut to be more alkaline? Well, think about the sodas, the fizzy drinks you're having. They're very acidic. Think about the food you're eating. And the way to do that, you can Google lists of acidic versus alkaline foods. So get those out there, get them printed off. They do vary, but the main thing is the key you should be following. So think about your dark leafy green vegetables, your broccoli, your spinach, your green beans, maybe all those things you hated when you were young are great for you now, and they don't taste so bad. You can do all sorts of things to liven them up and make them taste good and yummy. On the fruit side, the dark fruits are the best, the blueberries, the raspberries, the strawberries, because they're packed with nutrients and antioxidants. And of course, all those fruits and vegetables are fiber. And the other thing, so fiber, what it does is naturally detoxify your body. It pulls all the toxins out, which is fantastic to get your whole gut and internal system clean. And that's what it's about, to make you feel better, more energized, everything just works smoother. Again, I go back to my car analogy. If you don't do an oil change, what happens to your car? Same thing to your body. So get that fiber into your body, get the nutrients, the antioxidants to make it run smoothly. Now you might be thinking, well, that's all very well, Dawn, but I still don't feel energetic, so I must be missing something. I'm going to down those supplements because, something's missing. I'm not feeling very energetic. Well, let's look at that. Number one, I will go back to actually, any supplements you take, it's not an overnight thing. They take 6 to 8 weeks to start really having an effect and giving you any benefits. So don't expect an overnight thing or, well, I started taking vitamin D, I don't feel any different. Just keep taking it and it will. Just know that it will. So that's my first thing. Okay, energy. I hate to say, but I'm going to go back and say, if you're drinking and hydrating, it's giving you energy. If you're sleeping well, it's giving you energy. If you're exercising, it's giving you energy. So are you doing those? On top of that, other things you can do is, again, go out and get some daylight. That's going to make you feel better. Just put some music on and start dancing around. Hey, you're going to feel great. And other things, think about your natural teas, your peppermint teas, your green teas, matcha teas, if you like. Burn some essential oils or put some in a handkerchief or a tissue. A natural herb that is like a pick-me-up, instead of those 5-hour energy things, which are okay, they're not too bad, but the natural pick-me-up come in tablet forms. They're called guarana, 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 and that's really good. Again, Amazon. I'm not on commission by Amazon, by the way. It's just an easy place to get things right now. Well, all time, but right now, because it comes to your door. And if you want to return, you just have it picked up from your door. So, hey, perfect lockdown solution. Obviously, there's all the energy sports drinks. Go for the low sugar ones or no sugar ones. You've got your Gatorade, you've got your Propels. I don't know any else because I don't drink them. And also, if you want to just get some electrolyte powders, so they replace, especially if you've been ill, they replace the electrolytes in you. You can get ones called Noon, N-U-U-N, excuse me, or Hammer, or just on Boots online, anywhere, just them electrolytes. So they are fantastic for just rebuilding your electrolytes in your system. Okay, a lot, but that really is the sum of it. So be careful about supplements. If you feel the need to take a multivitamin, then go ahead and do that to fill in the gaps. Do take vitamin D, especially in the autumn and winter months. Focus on how you can close that gap between what your body needs in all those areas and really what you're giving it, because that's going to build your immune system like nothing else. Oh, I didn't touch on the frozen versus real. I will just go back to that. So when fruits and vegetables are frozen, they're picked and they're frozen, flash frozen very, very quickly. So it keeps in all the nutrients. Whereas unfortunately, fresh produce, it's picked, it depends on what country it's picked in, it travels, it sits on a shelf. How long is it sat on a shelf for? Every day, produce loses nutrients. And then the way you cook it, if you cook it in hot boiling water, those nutrients are now in the water, whereas steaming's better. So it might be better and healthier to, if you don't know where your produce is coming from or the source, or you don't go to farms, which obviously you can't right now, get it frozen. It's obviously, with our situation, much easier to bulk up on frozen food, as we know, because shops were empty. But that really is a good thing just to keep you sustained for a while now. So think on that, really makes a difference. Okay, so fill up with those antioxidants and fiber wherever you can. And really just, again, just think about that real food from the perspective that creating a more alkaline environment in your gut more than acidic. These are the best things you can do to build your immune system, rather than stock up on a load of expensive supplements that you just might be washing away every day. Okay, so that is it. The thought for the weekend, actually, I have a thought, and I read this on social media and I quite like it. So it said, replace the thought, I'm stuck at home, with I'm safe at home, I'm alive at home, I'm healthy at home. And you can be in control of your health as much as you can do within the four walls right now. Okay, so I hope you all have fantastic weekends. Do go back and replay a lot of this if you just want to really kick that mindset shift. On Monday, I will be doing, I promise, the isolation indulgences. Otherwise, again, questions below, subscribe to get notified, and just have a wonderful weekend. Apparently it's going to be lovely weather, which they don't want thousands of us going out, but of course, what are we going to do? So keep your social distance. So stay safe, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you back here on Monday. Take care.